What's going on, old friends? I'm back. It's me, your regular angry IT guy, and today I'm going to tell a story of when I almost got fired over a fax machine. Yes, you heard right and you saw the title. I almost got fired over a fax machine. Now, this is an old story, but it's still not old enough for people to still be using fax machines. There was maybe 5, 6 years ago at this point. So let me give you the background of this story without droning on too long. So the issue that we had was we had a department of people that loved this fax machine and had a fax machine. They wouldn't stop using this fax machine. And the ink cartridge for it, because it was so old, was a special order item. There was normally 2 or 3 weeks lead time for it. So what they would normally do, of course, is ignore the low toner message that was on there. And this particular fax machine model would blink bright red light when the toner got empty. So everybody that used the fax machine ignored this, and then they would complain that I wouldn't immediately put some new ink in it or make some new ink appear. So in order to stem that tide, I would start ordering more when I could. So I started ordering like cases of them, and of course they would run the entire case out of the toner and not say anything to me about it. So when that happened, I ordered a bigger one, and then I put a note on the last one saying, hey, contact IT, you're on the last toner cartridge. And of course, they ignored that. They also ignored the red light blinking, the low toner message, the beeps, and all of that. Also keep in mind that these users were fully capable of using email. And also on top of that, let's also put in the fact that we have an eFax system set up where if they gave a person their desk phone number, it would attach whatever was faxed as an email attachment as a PDF so they could use whatever document was being sent to them. But they did not use that. They all depended on this one fax machine that was in the hallway. Now, this was for a financial institution, and they were running this big promo to get their loan dollars up, and the manager of the lending department made these huge promises to management. And how do I know this? Well, at this time, I was an IT manager. And of course, this episode is why I decided not to be an IT manager anymore. So she runs this huge promo, and she promised that it would bring so many millions of dollars into the institution because of this promo that she was doing. For this promo, she would use people who were furloughed from work to offer them loans. But the only way to get loan forgiveness or a special loan during their furlough period was to send a fax to a specific fax number. You guessed it, this one. Also keep in mind that if a person is furloughed from work, they don't have access to a fax machine at home. And of course, when the promo started, they ran out of ink. And there was no ink. They used the last one, and they'd been ignoring the red light blinking. So this whole operation, this whole promo was an abject failure. Now, I was in the manager's meetings with this, and they called her to task about why this promo flopped and didn't meet the goals, the lofty goals that she had placed to management. And the reason that she said she didn't meet the goals was because I refused to fix a broken fax machine. Now, of course, because this was a higher up, all attention then went to me. And I was questioned about why I caused this entire operation to fail and lost out on potentially hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars for the institution. Now, of course, the higher ups do not necessarily understand technology. All they know is that an executive has placed the blame for something on you. So I came very close to losing my job. But I had a vice president that actually understood IT, or at least listened to me enough to get my head off of the chopping block. And that's when I learned that it's not always about technology when you're in IT management. It's about your people skills, how well you can communicate with higher ups. So for this reason, that was definitely a resume generating event. I didn't lose my job, but I took that as a warning sign, and I definitely started brushing up my resume, and I got out of there. This is a small story. I have some more, but this just lets you guys know this is my experience in IT management and why I refuse to do any IT management anymore, at least until maybe the economy forces me to. But anyway, I've got a whole bunch more stories. I've quit a number of jobs, so I have a number of job quitting stories. Please stick with me. I know it's a long gap in between videos, but I promise I'll try to do better. Anyway, it's me, your regular angry IT guy.